Hello, Acadiana. Thanks for joining us.
Our top story is one that's only tonight on 10. One Lafayette family is outraged after home surveillance video revealed alleged abuse by a home health care provider.
News 10's Dalfred Jones has the story in this News 10 investigation.
In most cases, home health care agencies provide at-home care for people living in their last days or those who can't care for themselves. Well, one family approached KLFY and brought us this flash drive, which contains video of what they say may be considered questionable behavior by two L&D community care employees. The video provided to us by his family shows 54-year-old Stephen Araby in his apartment. Cameras they set up to monitor his behavior and health. Stephen suffers from a long list of both physical and mental disabilities, including epilepsy, scoliosis, schizophrenia, and bipolar disorder. His condition requires him to have assistance around the clock.
That's preparing meals, helping him eat, helping him go to the bathroom, helping him walk. He can never be by himself, standing up on his feet alone. Someone has to be there 24/7 because he is a fall hazard.
Which is why he wears the batter's helmet he's pictured with here. But on November 16th, 2016, you can see the L&D community care worker collecting her things and leaving Stephen unattended around 2:50 that morning. During the 5 hours he was alone, Stephen unsteadily makes his way around the apartment, watches TV, and goes to the bathroom. But he returns to the living room, inching slowly on his backside before pulling himself up using the recliner.
No one was there. They neglected him. They abandoned him for over 5 hours.
Lynette Boyd, owner of L&D Community Care, says when she learned about the abandonment later that morning, action was taken.
We terminated her immediately. And then, of course, a critical incident report was done. And DHH substantiated it, and she was put on the exclusions list.
L&D notified Araby's family about the abandonment, which prompted Stephen's siblings to review the security footage from Stephen's apartment, and they found what they say is another problem on July 18th, 2016.
Stephen approached her. He was probably asking her for a glass of ice water. He loves to drink ice water. And she refused to get up. She just didn't acknowledge him. She put her hand up in his face like, "Don't even talk to me." She made the first contact. She grabbed at his arm, and he kind of backed up, and then he went to touch her.
After some shoving, the employee gets up and she attempts to escort Stephen to his bedroom. It was here you can see him fall and land on his walker. The worker moves Stephen out of the way, picks up the walker, and returned to the couch while leaving Stephen on the floor.
She turned around, sat on the couch, and just watched him struggle to get back to his chair.
Several hours go by until around 10 a.m. when two more L&D employees arrive for a scheduled visit to inspect him for a previous fall. Here you can see the three women gather in the living room before going into Stephen's bedroom. Once inside, they examined his back for bruising and discoloration. L&D owner Lynette Boyd has documentation that this was a follow-up appointment for a previous fall that occurred on July 5th. Boyd says the fall you just saw on camera was not reported.
Unless we know about it, there's nothing we can do. When we do find out about it, then we take action.
That incident should have been reported. So how many more incidences were not reported? I mean, we're in the process of reviewing the videotape and try to get to the bottom of it.
As of December 1st, 2016, Stephen has been under the care of a new provider, and the woman who was seen in the video where Stephen fell has been suspended by L&D, pending the results of an investigation by Lafayette Police and the Department of Health and Hospitals. In Lafayette Parish, Dalfred Jones for KLFY News 10.
The Department of Health and Hospitals looks into each critical incident report, and they are investigating the Araby case. They also instructed L&D to write up a plan of correction and retrain employees on abuse and neglect policy. Now, results of the investigation are pending. L&D has agreed to disclose those results with News 10 upon completion. We also checked in with the Better Business Bureau. L&D has an A+ rating with the BBB. The BBB rating is based on information BBB is able to obtain about the business, including complaints received from the public.